So now let's talk about mirroring features and bodies in SolidWorks. So I've got this plate, and right on this plate here I have the simple groove, and I will make another copy of this groove here. Now for this you can make a sketch and then use extruded cut feature to just create another groove, but instead of doing that I will select mirror feature here, because mirror feature has its own advantages which I'll show in a moment. So the mirror tool is on features tab right here. So you can select mirror from here, or you can also go to this linear pattern and select mirror from here. So I'll select mirror, and now the first thing that you need to select is the face or plane about which the mirror will be created. In this case I will expand this feature tree and I'll select right plane. Now right plane is passing exactly at the center of this plate, and that's why I'm selecting this right plane, because it's dividing it exactly into halves. So I'll select the right plane, and now the next thing is features to mirror. Now in this 3D part we don't have this groove as a feature. Now this is part of the sketch. So as you can see, there is only one feature, which is this boss extruded feature, and there is no other feature called extruded cut for this part because it is made inside the sketch. So in this case we cannot use feature. However, we can use faces here. So I'll select faces because this is one of the face which we can use, and now I'll select this face, and there we are. We have got the mirror image right about this plane. Now I'll click OK, and we have the mirror image. Now as I mentioned, there are certain advantages of using this. Let me show you what that advantage is. So I'll go to sketch 1 and I'm just going to modify this. So as you can see, there is this sketch which is built right inside this sketch. So I am now going to make some changes here. Maybe I'll just decrease this radii, this diameter. I'll just make it 8 unit. Now that's a smaller. And also I'll delete this concentric constraint. Now we can just move it around. So maybe I'll just move it like this, and then I'll exit out of this sketch, and there we are. You can see that the mirrored pattern will also move accordingly. So all the changes are directly propagated in this mirrored feature as well, and that's why it's better to use mirror tool instead of just making a new copy when you are expecting symmetry in your 3D part. Okay, so that's mirroring faces. Now let's go to the next one. So I'll go to window and I'll go to mirror feature. Now that's the second part, which looks almost identical, but here we will make the mirrored copy using feature. Now I don't have that fillet here, and you can clearly identify that's the only difference here, apart from this feature tree as well. So in the feature tree now you can see that we have this cut extrude feature, which is the feature created for this hole. So now we have, let me just expand this one here and let me show you the sketch. Now we have this proper rectangle here, and that hole is not created inside this rectangle, so it's separate. And we then have this sketch which is just the circle, and then we created extruded cut using that circle. So it's a completely new feature which we can use. So I'll go to mirror and again face. So again right face or plane here. Now in this case we can use faces once again, but that's not going to make any sense here, though you can use it, but it's better to use the feature here because we already have a feature called cut extrude, which is a completely new feature. So I'll select that cut extrude feature now, and now it will make a copy of this feature exactly here. So I'll click OK, and there we are. So we once again have a copy of that feature. Now it's also identical, and here also if you modify this feature, which is this cut extrude feature, then this mirrored copy will modify automatically. Alright, now let's go to the third scenario. So I'll go to mirror bodies. So here we have this simple object which is created with 5 different bodies. So you can see all solid bodies right here, and when I expand this you can see every single body. So that's first one, second, third, fourth, and that's the 5th body. Now we just want to create a mirror image of this final body, and we just want it on this side as well. So again the workflow will be very much similar. So I'll go to mirror, and the first thing is mirroring plane. So in this case the mirroring plane should be exactly at this point. It should pass midway here. So I'll just select this front plane, which is passing right here exactly at the center. So that's what we need. Now the next one is features. Now this is of course not a feature. There are several features here. You can see that we have fillet and then this feature. So there is an extrusion, fillet. So instead of selecting all of those features, we can directly go to this bodies option and select a body. So I'll go to bodies and here I'll select this one. Now you can select it from the feature tree as well. So you can expand it and select it from there, or you can just click here to select that body and it will create a mirror image right here like this. You can see the preview as well. Now once you are done, click OK and we have this body here. So that's how you can create mirrored copies of the body as well. Now the only difference between all of these three methods is the object which you are selecting. In the first case we selected a surface, in the second one we selected a feature, and in the third one we selected an entire body, which is combination of planes, features and other things. So you can use any of these methods to create mirrors in SolidWorks.